Hi there, everyone. My name is CJ. Welcome to CJ Talks in the Car. I'm happy you're here. We're going to start the conversation about protective styling, what to do and what not to do. Now, us as for C or whatever for B, for A, as long as you are a curly, coily beauty, protective styling is something that is very essential and important for us. Now, we are so used to doing amazing styles and having our hair out in a lot of wash and goes, twist outs, high buns, name it. There's so many amazing styles that we can do to let our hair look beautiful, and that's so wonderful. Now, in order for our hair to really experience its fullest potential, we have to incorporate different seasons where we can give our hair the time to rest and recuperate. And I'm going to give the example of having a vehicle. Now, when we have a vehicle, initially we get it, and say we're driving over time, we drive out of town, we go to work all the time, but we're using it regularly. So there's wear and tear. Eventually, wherever you buy it from or the service company will make recommendations for your vehicle to get a checkup, for your vehicle to be serviced. Why? Because they don't want you just to be driving, and there's no period where there's a check-in to make sure everything is doing well or to make adjustments. Now, I use this example, kind of taking it back to your hair, is that it's a protective style is like your service check-in. So what it does is that it takes a break to give your hair the chance to relax, to rejuvenate, to recuperate. You lock it away, you're going to be keeping it well, but there is not much manipulation, there's not much friction, your hair strands are not being moved here and there, you're giving your hair just the ability to just get strong, get rested, you're taking care of it, and you're allowing it to just do what it needs to do, right? Because a lot of times our hair really doesn't need that much back and forth, back and forth. And so because if we're doing too much to our hair, we can realize that our hair does not respond well. And when I say it does not respond well, it's more that you're not really seeing growth or, changes to the volume, the length, or even the health of your hair, right? So protective styles are important for the overall health of your hair. So if you want to start incorporating healthy hair care routines, incorporating a protective style is very, very important. It will really go a long way. Now, there are ways to actually do this and suggestions that I would make for you to do your protective style well, and things to avoid. So we're going to go into that right now. Now, there are two different types of protective styling. There's protective styling with your hair. That means you are doing your protective style on your own hair. So whether it's plaited small, whether it's twisted up, whether you do cornrows on your own hair. It's just that you're not using any extensions, anything else on your hair, right? So people may say, okay, normally when I wear a wig, I always braid up my hair. And so that's the process with doing your hair but adding an extension to it. But in this case, I'm just talking the straight, twisted, you plaited your hair, you twisted your hair, you left it alone, it's doing what it's doing. Okay? The next way is using extensions. Okay? So that's with braids. So you do sew-ins, you do braids, you do wigs. Now, a great suggestion, or you do my favorite, crochet braids. Now, I'm going to make some great suggestions for you. When you're going to choose your protective style, there are some key things to consider. One, you have to make sure that when you're going to be braiding your hair to do your protective style, reduce the tension. If someone's going to do your hair, please tell them, do not braid my hair tightly. No, it's important. I know a lot of people talk about sleek and neat and tight and right, but if there's too much tension on your hair and your hair is going to be locked away, it's going to defeat the purpose of why you're protecting your hair in the first place. Okay? So please do not do your hair tight. All right? And when you are choosing a protective style, you have to choose a protective style that you can have access to, and you can be able to moisturize your hair regularly. It's not just about doing it before, which is very important to kind of moisturize your hair and prep your hair for your protective style. That's amazing. But during the time you are wearing your protective style, your hair still needs your attention, right? So you have to choose a protective style that you can be able to do that. So work it out properly so you can schedule and create a hair care routine around your protective style, and so that on each or whatever days you are sure you are applying your moisture, your oil, your cream, all that you need to make sure that your hair is fully hydrated and taken care of. Okay? The next thing is that you have to have a protective style. If continue with that, so for example, I love crochet braids because crochet braids gives me that. It gives me the variety in styling, but it also gives me access to my hair and stuff, which is amazing. Now, if you want to do sewing, some people are able to get like an applicator bottle, and they're able to go in between the sewing tracks to make sure that they get to their hair. Whatever way works, as long as they're able to get to their hair. Some people use wigs, and they're able to take off the wig, put it on back. Now, for you, if you're going to be locking away your hair and you're not going to be able to access it, that's where I don't really like that option. And I'm hoping if you're able to find a better way to just be able to get to your hair, because your hair needs you. Yes, you're protecting it, but it needs you to do a good job in making sure that you look out for it, okay? All right. And so that's very, very important, right? You don't want to take, if you take out your protective style and your hair looks dry and thirsty and, like it's about to want to break, it is because you hadn't gotten the opportunity or the chance to make sure you took care of it while it's underneath your hair. Finally, the last point I want to raise in this conversation is, how long do you keep your protective style? Now, this is something that a lot of people have talked about, and the truth is, we do need to know how long we're going to be keeping our styles, because it's important to make sure that we sorry about the pause, guys. Yes, it's important that we do not lock our hair forever and amen, right? There is a duration. It is better you set a time, lock your hair for a while, take it out, wash it, do the necessary niceness to it, take care of it, and then put it back. But to leave it for long hauls and 6 months, no. 4 months, it's really pushing it thin. 2 months, that's 8 weeks, right? That's kind of strong, but people have done 8 weeks. But I don't recommend it 8 weeks. I actually recommend 3 to 4 weeks, which I think is ideal, because your hair is locked away for call it a whole month, which is like 28 to 30 days, right? So I think taking it out, just giving it a nice wash, helping it massage, clean the scalp, freshen up, do a little steam, do a steam treatment, do a deep condition, lock it back, cover it again. It's a simple process, but you have to really put it into your schedule. All right. So if you're able to do that, I think that will work for you as well. I probably will be bringing up this topic again when questions are raised, but I hope the information that I share is helpful to you and that you'll definitely incorporate it in your natural hair care routine moving forward. All right. So have a great day. Okay. And cheers to your happy, healthy hair journey. I love you for listening. Thank you. Bye.